Daytona International Speedway had established itself over the years as a place where dreams come true. For some, the dreams were sweet, but for others, there would be only nightmares. For 17 years, Buddy Baker was among the latter. He was fast, but somehow something always seemed to go wrong. Only a year before, he had the pole, but ignition problems forced him out after only 38 laps. In 1980, he had the pole again. All he needed was some good luck for a change. The temperature at race time was 49 degrees, so NASCAR allowed the teams to warm up their cars in the garage. Further warmed up by an extra pace lap, things got underway.
Blazing down into turn number 1, 42. Grand National drivers, and going to the point is car number 28. Buddy Baker is on the inside and taking the lead. Donnie Allison going to second, Neil Bonnet in third. Richard Petty is in fourth as they exit turn 2.
Baker had the lead, and as expected, his Oldsmobile was fast. But so were others. 1979 Rookie of the Year Dale Earnhardt had engine problems in his qualifier, so he started 32nd, but immediately began making up ground. 20 laps in, the first nightmare occurred. Darrell Waltrip was the 79 runner-up and one of the favorites this year. Suddenly, he was out.
I blew. It's very succinct. What a report. I blew. That means
Helmets off.
He's out for the day. No question about that. You know, we've been down all the time. We've been here 10 days. We haven't run well. We didn't qualify well. I've never won a thing since I've been here. I didn't run the sportsman race. It's been a very, very, very disappointing week.
Richard Petty was the defending champion and usually laid back, looking to strike late in the race. The strategy had served him well, resulting in 6 Daytona 500 wins so far. But today the King was running with the leaders early. He even lucked out when he pitted.
Caution on the speedway. There's been a crash in turn 2. A caution coming out amidst these pit stops. That's a break for some, an unhappiness for others as Richard Petty is coming in.
Can you believe that?
They're going to send him out.
Can you believe Richard Petty's luck at Daytona Speedway? Everybody stops on the green. Richard comes in and a yellow goes out. That could give him a lap on the field just like that.
By lap 60, Dale Earnhardt had come all the way back to lead the race, if only briefly. From there on, the lead draft consisted of Buddy Baker, Earnhardt, Petty, Bobby Allison, and Neil Bonnet, with Baker leading most of the time and fighting off the occasional challenge from the others.
Here they are out of turn number 4. Your leaders, Buddy Baker, still trying to win this one for the first time. Dale Earnhardt, a relative newcomer. Bobby Allison, who fought for so many years to win this race and finally pulled it off. And then right behind him, Richard Petty and Neil Bonnet. 5 cars in a tight draft, all hanging in there together, coming back across start-finish line down that short 1,600-foot straightaway to turn 1. And here you see them back in the banking another time.
That group was reduced to 4 when Richard Petty's earlier luck ran out in an unfortunate pit road incident.
Made that pit stop, and a bunch of us stopped at one time, and just about the time I got ready to go, another car come in about halfway, brought me, and just enough I had to slip the clutch so much by getting out of the pits, and it heated up. I run, 4 or 5 slow laps, and it just kept getting worse and worse, and finally got so heated up that it wouldn't even engage at all.
Buddy Baker started to run really high, making that groove between 3 and 4, right up to the wall.
It looked for a moment like that car got a little sideways on him. On Baker.
They have in fact put just a tad of daylight between themselves and Bobby Allison and Neil Bonnet running for 3rd and 4th. If they can continue that gap and pull away, those 2 guys are going to be not home and free, but they're going to be very happy.
166 laps, 415 miles complete, 34 laps, 85 miles to go. They're averaging 175.188 miles per hour for the race, with the pit stops included. But on individual laps, they are running faster right now in the waning moments of the event than they qualified at over 195 miles an hour through the heat, through the traffic. Baker sticks it to this car as he tries to win his first Daytona 500.
When everyone pitted for the final time, Baker got in and out in 6 seconds. Earnhardt got an out-of-balance left rear tire and had to return a lap later. Now it was Buddy Baker's race to win.
Baker running by himself. They continue to work on the Australian car, number 2 of Earnhardt.
There's Bobby Allison putting Dale Earnhardt a lap down with less than 20 laps to go.
Earnhardt coming back on the track.
Neil Bonnet puts him a lap down.
Baker had a fast 500 at 169 miles an hour in 1976 in Talladega, Alabama. But boy, this beats everything what he's doing here today. Less than 10 laps to go as Baker zeroes in his first 500. Less than 3 laps to go for Buddy Baker. With a 13-second advantage, tagging along, hitchhiking there is Dave Marcus. A blown engine going down into turn number 1. One car smoldering, drops on the inside. The yellow is coming out. How about that?
Oh my goodness me, you just can't beat NASCAR racing, can you? 2 laps to go, 13-second lead, and bang. They'll be the Alabama gang of Allison and Bonnet right with him as they go across the line.
The race ended under caution. Still, the average speed of 177.602 miles per hour was the fastest speed in a 500-mile race of any kind at the time, and a Daytona record that has weathered the test of time. Buddy Baker's dream finally came true. He was the Daytona 500 champion.